Hi everyone, this is going to be the tarot forecast for the month of March 2023 for Gemini. This can apply if you're a Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, as well as North Node. So be sure to check out the other signs in case this reading does not resonate with you. Also, do keep in mind this is a general reading, so not all the messages may resonate. So take what resonates and leave out the rest. Also, I'm taking bookings for personal readings right now. So if you'd like to book a reading with me, whether that's a natal chart reading, synastry reading, or tarot, you can drop me a message on Facebook or email, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So let's get started, Gemini. The first card I'm getting for you is the Five of Pentacles. The second card is the Ace of Pentacles. The third card is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The next card is Temperance. The next one is the Emperor. And then we have the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so Gemini, there may be a feeling of lack in the month of March. And this may be your own belief system, your internal belief system that may be holding you back from any kind of major opportunities that are coming your way, because I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is money, right? And it's something big, like a really big financial opportunity that may come your way in the month of March. But there may be some limiting belief system, or like this feeling of lack, or feeling like you don't have enough, or uh, this feeling of worthiness, or that kind of energy where like you're feeling like the outcast, or you don't belong, or like everybody else has it good and you don't, that kind of energy. It can be very toxic. It can really poison your mind if you're not careful, and if you start swirling into that vortex, it can really take you into another frequency that's really negative. And also I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune that's coming up as a reversal, and I feel like these two are connected because the universe can give you so many opportunities, Gemini. Like, you may be presented with so many nice opportunities in the month of March that can really further your financial goals, especially because it's pentacles we're talking about, so it's about money. But and the Wheel of Fortune, like the universe wants to give you all this, but the Wheel of Fortune is coming up as a reversal because I feel like it's tied to the Five of Pentacles. And see, the thing with the Wheel of Fortune is it doesn't turn until you have realigned yourself with this new frequency of abundance. If you don't believe that you deserve it, then you're going to try everything in your power to sabotage it. That's typically how the subconscious works. And the Wheel of Fortune cannot turn in your favor unless you've rectified this internally within yourself. Uh, you can check out some videos on YouTube if you like. There are many meditations and videos on how to overcome abundance blocks, but I think like that's a really good exercise for you, Gemini, in the month of March if you're feeling this way. Now, this may not resonate with everybody. I'm not saying all Geminis are going to feel this way in the month of March, but this is definitely something that can come up. Yeah, so that's something just to be a little bit mindful of. Also, the other thing about the grass not being greener on the other side, because the Five of Pentacles is very much also about that energy, feeling like the outcast, feeling like others have it good and you don't, but you really don't know their story, right? Like, especially on social media, the way people present themselves and their lives, it's not the whole truth. It's just one facet of their lives. You don't know what's going on behind those doors. You don't know what their life looks like. So, don't really fall into that mindset of you being on one side of the fence and they being on the other side of the fence. Everybody has good and bad days, and everybody is doing the best they can to make the best of things, So don't put yourself in that box, don't put yourself in that category, is what I would say. Open your mind up to new possibilities. Be optimistic, be confident, be positive. Because we have amazing cards also showing up in your reading. One is the Ace of Pentacles. So the universe wants to give you abundance. The universe wants to shower you with a lot of blessings. But you just need to tap into this and just rectify this in your mind, in your belief system. We have amazing cards. We have the Temperance, we have the Emperor, and both of these are cards about really owning your power. The Emperor is about standing in your ground and knowing who you are and being very self-assured, knowing that what you want is going to come to you no matter what, because you are the emperor, right? No one's going to refuse you what you want. And so it's very much about power, but it's not power in an egotistical way. This is the higher octave of Aries energy. Like Aries can often be painted as this impulsive, like that's the lower octave energy of Aries, impulsive, short tempered, a little bit egotistical, my way or the highway, that kind of energy. But the higher octave of Aries is extremely powerful, because the emperor basically has reached this position with a lot of hard work and with a lot of effort. It's not come easy, but once they've reached this position, they have such a strong foundation, because the emperor is represented by the number 4 in tarot, and fours are about foundations. So having that solid foundation within your internal compass is very important, Gemini, because that's when you really start attracting the true abundance. And the thing with abundance is it's not always in the form of money. It's not always so literal. It can be in a lot of ways. It could be freedom. It could be freedom to do what you want with your life when you want it, right? That's also abundance. Actually, that's true abundance, being able to do what you want when you want it, not being tied by any limitations. And money is a tool to do that, So the Emperor card is very much about that. It's about being extremely self assured. It's about balancing your masculine and feminine energies within yourself. And when I say masculine and feminine energies, I don't mean gender, because this is everybody. Everybody has their own masculine and feminine energies within themselves. So it's about aligning those two. It's about knowing when to charge ahead, knowing when to sit back and wait. So knowing the difference between when to be in your masculine energy and going out and making things happen, and being in your feminine energy, which is about sitting back, relaxing, and letting things come to you. I think that's going to be a game changer for you in the month of March. The Temperance card is also about moderation. It's about moderation. It's about using your crown chakra, your third eye, to make really solid, discerning decisions, because it's not about being impulsive. Again, this is a Sagittarius card. The lower octave of Sagittarius is also being impulsive, pretty much like Aries. Sagittarius is, they can be quite impulsive, they can be quite brash, they can be quite blunt. But the higher octave is about aligning your heart center and your crown chakra to make really informed decisions. And once you reach that level of complete moderation, and the sign of Sagittarius is called the seer, right? It's being able to see things for what they really are, like breaking through the illusion and really seeing things for what they are. Once you're able to do that, you're able to make much better decisions, quality decisions that are in your best interest. So I would really suggest to do a little bit of shadow work if you can, or if you are facing that whole Five of Pentacles energy, or if you're in that energy, like really get out of that energy, because that can be extremely toxic. And if you're not careful, it can really mess with your blessings. So I would stay away from that. Maybe try some meditation, maybe like try to be in a more positive state of mind in the month of March. The Hierophant is coming up as a reversal. The Hierophant energy is about tradition, it's about convention, it's about doing things that have always been done a certain way, about the status quo, sticking to the status quo. It's also about commitment, it's about religious institutions as well. Spirituality, that sort of thing. But this is coming up as a reversal, so some of you may feel like maybe the faith you adopted or the things you believed in, maybe since you grew up or since you were a child, maybe you don't relate to those things anymore. Or it could be that you're trying to steer away from convention, you're trying to steer away from tradition, and you're trying to adopt a more unconventional path, maybe being like a trailblazer, especially because I'm seeing the Emperor coming up right next to the Hierophant card in reverse. So this may be, the month of March may be a bit of a period where you decide to be a bit of a trailblazer. That's also the Emperor energy. making your own territory. If nothing's working out, then you make your own rules, you make your own territory. So that may go against convention. That may not be what everybody else does. That may not be what's considered normal, but it may work for you just amazingly. So I think do what you feel is right for you, Gemini. Um, don't feel like you have limitations or you have to do things a certain way. It's not always the case. So it's about the other thing is, because the temperance card is showing up, and that's a Sagittarius card, which is the opposite sign of you, Gemini. Gemini, for you, you're ruled by Mercury, so you're very much about the details. You're very much about the facts, the fine print. You like to observe things with a analyze things with a fine tooth comb, that sort of energy. But Sagittarius is the opposite. It's about the big picture. It's about zooming out and looking at the big picture and really analyzing your priorities, like what's really important and what's not. And I think that's also another energy that you're being called to tap into in the month of March, because maybe this Five of Pentacles energy is a result of focusing too much on like the nitty gritty, or like the everyday, or like uh, the details of everyday life. But when you zoom out a little bit and get some perspective, because that's also the Temperance energy, when you look at the big picture, then you realize it doesn't really matter in the larger scheme of things, because you may be already on a path that's much better for you, but you may not be realizing it yet because you're still focused on uh, the small stuff, like you're sweating the small stuff. So I think once you come out of that and once you see the bigger picture, then you may realize that you actually have a much better path in front of you, because the Emperor and the Hierophant energy connecting, which maybe it goes against convention, or maybe it's unusual or unconventional, but maybe it's the right path for you, right? Like it's all individual. So that's something that maybe you can look into, and that may be the path for the Ace of Pentacles. So maybe the path to abundance for you, Gemini, is not through conventional means. It may be through a very unconventional route, but that may be the best plan of action for you. So that's what I'm picking up for you, Gemini, in the month of March. If you like this reading, please do give it a thumbs up. Your likes really help my videos stay relevant in the YouTube algorithm and help other people find similar content. And if you'd like to book a reading with me, whether that's a natal chart reading, a synastry chart reading, or tarot, you can drop me a message on Facebook or email, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye-bye.